party to stand.
What does it mean? The president telling Nigerians to embrace unity. Do we really want unity in the country? I said it earlier on that some people are calling for secession. Oh yes, but is the president taking a concrete step, to address the issue of injustice and marginalization in the country?
For me, for now,
if it's clamor,
no. For me, as the president of Nigeria, there's no time he will talk about division, but he knows there's division. You know that Nigeria has gotten to the level as a result of the lapses in the leadership, and people are being driven to seek for self-determination as a result of a failure of the system. So, by virtue of his position currently now, it is expected of him to keep on, patching up the unity at the end of the day, making that kind of statement, telling Nigerians that all is well, that we need to continue in unity. There is a diversity in unity, or how they put it, So I think Mr. Bola Tinubu is right if you continue to say that, or at least based on the position he's occupying now.
Concerning the Benue issue, I think Mr. President should just live up to the position of Nigerians for the first time. He should take the boldness, take the leadership that it requires, be decisive in some cases, on some issues, and tell somebody you do know that I thought over that matter serious over the day. Because be decisive and call a spade. Those who ought to be God, you have to do it. People cannot be killing people every time, all in the name of saying, hey, they are this, they are untouchable, they are no. I said, can CIA place a security report on President Trump's table that people are coming from Colombia, Canada, and be killing American in American land? With Trump, will it? We not take an action. So, but you have known this fast. You are still delaying taking the action. It's very wrong. So it's very wrong for him to have been sleeping over this matter over these years, over this time. Let him decide this time around. Give national to the security officials, the security people involved in this cabinet, and tell them that I want results. I want culprits to be arrested. I want them charged to court. I want court process to start on them. If they are guilty, let them pay the price. But this political issue of the Dani expressing vote from Fulani region is the one delaying Mr. President, letting some political weight and take decisive action and stop this killing. Mr. Mike, life is so cheap in Nigeria now. You just hear hundreds killed, 50 killed, 30 killed, as if they are causing chicken. Human being, God image, and it's not supposed to be so. That's my take on those two things. Those 2 points.
I just want to add something for the sake of the viewers, so that they will understand the perspective at the level where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case with the federal government is currently now. It's a sign that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free any moment. That's the way it is. Because I keep on saying it. The continuation of this case, for the fact that the federal government has withdrawn their interest in that case, and defense are definitely going to open up. But from the body language I'm getting from the presiding judge, it's likely before they go to whatever research they are going to, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is likely going to be freed if there's any other thing apart from what we are seeing here now. That's a good one.
All right, let's quickly move down to what the president said. I asked the other time that is the president addressing the issue of ethnicity, injustice, and marginalization in the country. Now that he's calling for peace, urging Nigerians to embrace peace. The Igbos, Yorubas, Hausas, Roma, Tiv, is he addressing marginalization? I said it earlier on that some entities are asking for division. They want to separate. They want to go their ways.
Mr. Mike,
the separate ways.
That statement is not addressing marginalization. There must be something that brings disagreements, grievances. If you don't address that root causes of that grievances, you are just making a mere talk show. Yes, we are not doing a mere talk show here. We are addressing issues of national importance. That's this. If somebody says, or somebody is aggrieved, or if there's a reason for grievances, you must listen to the person. Hello, Mr. Mike. What are you aggrieved about? He will table something before you, and you must look into it and show sincerity that I want to address it. Not by just by wishing this away and suppressing me and crushing him. Go and sit down, shut up, keep quiet. It's not going to address the matter. If in American says there are grievances with the Nigerian state, look into that grievances. If people are complaining of so, and Nigerian authorities must look into it. Those who are saying that we are tired of this country, they have reason to say that. Why are you not interested in this country again? They will tell you some reasons. Then you address the reason. Okay, Mr. Mike, where did Yoruba and Igbo sit together? They want to form a country. Where did we sit down with Awusa Fulani, Ibibio, Epic? They want to form a country together. We never did that. We must come together as you know, and take a stand. We want to come together and deliberate our peaceful terms of coexistence. They want to live together as a one country. They will not define the terms of coexistence, functions, responsibility, and everything. It's then we will now agree that yes, we have come together. British only force us together for that mere administrative convenience to run the government. No, that will be easier for them. We never did that. We never. So people are calling that. Let us for the first time sit down and talk to ourselves. We have enjoyed this country. Okay, it's a big. There's progress in the size. The size of this country is big enough. Bigger markets, bigger entity. Okay, we want to continue with it. Let us come down and address define the terms of coexistence so that we now know that we are agree with ourselves, we are living with ourselves based on all terms of agreement that we drafted among ourselves. We agree with ourselves. Then we spell out what and do's and don'ts, the person and everything, power and authority and everything. We put all those things into draft, and then we submit to the referendum of our people. People who ratify it, they will now form the basis of constitution. There will not be administration upon us. But we never allowed to do that. They just what is left to us. People who are benefiting from it, they remain. They stoop that must continue. No, it's not addressing marginalization. The way you can address is to allow us to have a free talk among ourselves and draft the terms of a system, a new way we want to live ourselves. Then it is then we can be saying, it's then we can be assured that no more marginalization. But the way it is right now, some people don't, Mr. Man, some people who are Nigerian with you, they don't believe you are a true Nigerian. They don't believe you have the same right with them. They believe in conquering you, dominating you, learning themselves over you, and calling you second-class. So in that case, President Tinubu just telling us, live in peace. It's not addressing marginalization. Let us have a discussion that will define our terms of coexistence with ourselves.
Can't you live in peace?
There must be something because we are blacks, we are Africans. This is not Britain that have no written constitution and they function as a nation. So because we are seen at that level, nobody can trust anybody. There is bigotry, tribalism, nepotism. So the best way to go about it is not to encourage half-baked leadership. We want to see leadership in full. And even at that, apart from tribalism and all that, there are certain things the government can do that can trigger, that consciousness, that Nigerians can begin to regain that consciousness, yes, that I actually belong to this system. There are some certain things government will be doing to show that, they really want Nigeria to work. There's a way you handle an issue or you handle a child. The child will naturally don't want to know any other thing around him and he'll be totally focused. Nigerians are not focused because of the kind of leadership, the kind of leadership we are getting. So, and it has been there for over the years. At the time, 2014, Jonathan wanted to come up with a confab, but you can see how that confab was actually balkanized. So, and this thing has continued over and over and over again. It has gotten to the time that, Nigerians has gone to the level that they are no longer interested in anything that has to do with Nigeria, including me. I'm not having any reservation about that. You understand? Because, and that is the reason why I'm questioning the rationale why I should be first citizen of this country, because I do not see any reason why I should be partake in whatever thing apart from the political class who are less than 10,000 people are destroying over 200 million lives. Nobody would accept that. In a rich. But I always say it when Obasanjo came into power and EFCC was established. Ribadu was appointed as the EFCC chairman as at that time, and he was asked to do a thorough background check about Nigeria, corruption, mismanagement, misappropriation. And at the end of the day, the Bible said that the money that they have stolen from Nigeria is enough to fix Africa. These guys you are saying today, imagine the impact that money was being put back on the economy. That money was being used, objectively for Nigerians. Imagine what maybe would have at the point would have solved the issue of power sector, would have solved the issue of housing, would have solved the issue of I'm telling you a lot of things. But you can see that to the extent that most of them cannot even account for the looted funds. I'm telling you, how can one senator be owing 100 buildings? To any extent, he has even lost count. So, bros, the basis of unity in this country is still questionable.
Yes, still questionable.
Yes.
Right away from that, because we still need to allow others to talk this morning. El-Rufai has said that it's a no-go area for Tinubu. 2027 election is a no-go area. He shouldn't even try to contest because he will be defeated. Now, if El-Rufai claims that Tinubu has failed, does it mean that other past leaders did not fail? Does it mean that they are blameless in this whole issue?
Failure has continued since 1960 to date. That's what he's trying to say. Him that is talking about, how are we sure that his own government is not going to fail? He's not going to leave Nigerians in tatters. But what we are talking about at this point in time, is that if he's making that statement, one, it's a political statement. It has not removed Bola Tinubu from power. And the man you are seeing there is also preparing, for any eventuality at the end of the day. But the question we must put on the table of every Nigerian at this point is that, what is your personal assessment of Bola Tinubu's administration? That will determine the direction, the voting strength is going to go at the end of the day. Not what El-Rufai is doing. You understand? If we put El-Rufai factor on the table, apart from that, he was one of the people, that collapsed whatever government then, he still led the campaign. I said it briefly here, that it was El-Rufai and some other people that met with Fashola before the merger that removed Jonathan from office. The same El-Rufai led the, and when it was time for them to bring Bola Tinubu into power, the same El-Rufai at the end of the day, but I do not know the reason why, he withdraw. I'm not sure that that withdrawal from Tinubu's administration is strategic. Yes, it's strategic because these northerners they calculate a lot about politics.
Does it mean that he's indirectly working for Tinubu?
No. That's what I mean. And I say, we saw him in Chatham House with Bola Tinubu, and we know the kind of statement he has been making about Bola Tinubu. That all of a sudden, he become an anti-Tinubu. You understand? What I'm saying is that the North can sacrifice anything for their ambition, but the South cannot do that for themselves. So based on those calculations now, and whether they are sabotaging Bola Tinubu's administration or not, but if we're able to put Bola Tinubu's administration within a space of 2 years plus, now Nigerians are not comfortable, and based on that, any opposition can capitalize on that, and to continue to throw jabs on his administration,
especially on insecurity. That Mr. Alagide, can any party unseat APC or unseat President Bola Tinubu without clear vision, unity, and ideology?
No, they can't do that, because even the so-called coalition they are building is being built towards ambition, woman ambition. Of course, I'm not holding anybody for not focusing, sharpening his ambition anyway. But the moment you are tailoring your effort towards your personal ambition, you are asking other people to come and work for you. Everybody also have ambition. That means the whole thing has collapsed from the beginning. Unlike, why don't you build the decision first, and then bring the best to lead the decision, and then in that case, let the person pay the tickets. You can then begin to pick on the holes, on the faults of the present administration. But the way it is already the way it is going, see the way they are going about it, I doubt if I'm not doubting. I'm sure it will help for it will stand for a rock. Now, as far as the issue of genuine removal, genuine enthronement of a third force. Let me say second. Okay, third force now. Like I remove Tinubu, they must put their house in order. Number one, build the opposition first of all. Forget about your personal ambition. Put it aside. Then let somebody that is best suited for that job. From the south, yes, I must say that from the south, not from the north. No, from the south. I can compete Tinubu. Let the whole country now choose between Tinubu and that person. Then I think, but this ideology of I think already asking your people to come and be his vice in the condition is building. You know that's an effort towards one particular person, one particular interest, which I'm very sure will hit the rock. So Tinubu just emerge as the best that will see him win the election. Number two, the system that run electionary in Nigeria is not free and fair. The institution that house electionary in Nigeria is not free and fair. Our vote does not count. The INEC, the security agencies, and the judiciary, all these are the institutions that handles electoral process in Nigeria. They are not free and fair. Our vote does not count. So whatever thing they declare to us is what we shall abide with every day. And the woman who controls this is the man at the center. So that's added to the first point I raised that I don't think anything will remove Tinubu from office. And particularly the character of Tinubu. The character of Tinubu, again, his character is something else that I can talk about. He's a man that understands. So he's a man that gives the fight to everything. So anybody can be wishing himself. There's no bad in wishing yourself anything. But the reality is that will your wish come to reality?
All right, sir.
So that is it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I really appreciate your contribution this morning.
City Stand. City Stand.